Hello and welcome back to FPV Reviews. Today we'll be talking about a couple of other aircraft that we've built recently or rebuilt and what we've kind of some interesting things that we've done with them. And starting with this Aerostar, this is not a picture of the actual airplane. The actual airplane was in much worse shape than this. It was built from a kit. It was an Aerostar 40 meant for a glow engine, just a basic trainer. A friend of ours had found it in a second-hand store and gave it to us, spent some time in the attic, and eventually we didn't do anything with it, and we gave it away to another friend. And eventually it came back, and we wanted to do something interesting with it. So we started off by giving it a new nose, eliminating the firewall and everything that had to do with the glow engine. Gave it twin electric power. We're using quite a few recycled parts here. These are motors from a Phantom 4. And put a Pixhawk 2.4.8 in it with GPS, compass, current sensor, and airspeed sensor. Kind of refurbished the fuselage, put some new wood in it, new landing gear, a whole bunch of new parts, all new wiring, and got that going. The wing is in real rough shape. It had had a lot of the balsa cut away, so we resheeted that and lengthened it by I forget how much. I think roughly 20 centimeters on each side. Created some new wing tips for it, and the vertical stabilizer was completely missing, so we made a new vertical stabilizer. And finally got that done. And this was another little airplane that we put together from parts. Also some DJI motors from I think a 450 flame wheel, and some random 10-inch multi-rotor props, landing gear from a little Cessna trainer, and a wing from, I think it was an Easy Star, only we added some ailerons. Also a fuselage from a Multiplex Mini Mag or Mini Magister. So there was that, and of course it was missing as well, the vertical stabilizer somehow, so we made another one for it. Threw a bunch of equipment in it, just that we had laying around, some long-range FPV gear with some kind of lousy old monopole antennas, Sander-style monopole antennas that we had. We really preferred dipoles. Some cheap servos, and just got it working. We did put Tesla-style batteries in both the airplanes, so both of them can fly for quite a bit of time. And got them both together and flying. This little Foamy does not have any autopilot or stabilization of any kind. It's completely manual control. And we did have the head tracker set up on it with our old Fat Shark Dominator goggles, and it's not in place right in this picture, but we had a little Mobius right in that little tray right underneath the FPV camera. So got that all together, and what we wanted to do, which was kind of interesting, here we are, we're taking off and climbing out, and a friend of mine was standing by, and what we'd done, we'd done all the tuning already for Arduplane and the Pixhawk, and had it flying very well. So we first took off with the twin trainer based on the Aerostar with the lengthened wing, got that up in the air, and had it in RTL mode. And there wasn't anybody else to fly, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, where I send a plane up, put it in RTL, walk away from the controls, just leave it in RTL, then get the other FPV plane, in this case the little plane here that we're calling Scrappy, because it's completely made of scraps from other projects and other wrecked airplanes. And got it up there, and my friend kind of spotted for me and helped guide me into position behind the twin trainer. So here it is flying around in RTL, and at first I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but I eventually did catch up to it, because the twin trainer, we have it flying, I think the trim airspeed in Arduplane is around 55 kilometers per hour. So we've got that going. And I wasn't sure that the other plane would catch it, but sure enough it did. And you can see a few times in this video I got directly behind it or slightly underneath it and ended up getting knocked around a bit by the turbulence. But had a lot of fun chasing it around. As soon as I decided to break off from it here, I immediately kind of got out of the area where I knew it was at, descended to a lower altitude before I came back to land, and left it up there in RTL. And I didn't want to get too close to it because there wasn't anybody to fly it or try to recover it in manual if I were to hit it. So. But it all worked out all right, and this is just something we've been wanting to do for a while, and finally did it. And both planes came back in one piece, so that's always good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.